What is up, guys? Belamy Prime here, and welcome to another episode of Prime Survival. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit special, and something we haven't done yet in this series, but we're going to be upgrading our village and bringing it kind of in line with our chalet up there to a more oriental style. So we have a desert biome village here, and we're going to be replacing the buildings with similar ones to the ones we got right here, which is a little 5x5 scaled down version of our oriental chalet. We can see we've built this one around our weaponsmith and toolsmiths in here. So they're sitting pretty, looking good with all our diamond pieces that we want to buy off them. And they're nice and safe in there now. So that's really good. But if you haven't already noticed, I don't know how much attention you guys have paid in the previous episodes, but there's no longer sand covering the entire village. We've actually replaced a whole bunch of it with dirt, and which has grown into grass now, so I think it looks a lot better, especially with the gradient of the desert style grass in the slightly browner grass into the greener grass as the biome switches. So we made a whole bunch of grass, and it looks a lot better, and I'm super excited. I'm definitely going to be replacing the rest of the grass. I accidentally put a little bit of coarse dirt down in some areas without thinking, without realizing that it was coarse dirt, so I'll have to replace that as well. But this episode today, we're going to be stripping down some of the buildings or all of the buildings in the village and replacing them with new buildings in the oriental style that we've done. And we're also going to be digging up the rest of the sand in the area. We can see that there's a little bit over into the left over there and some in the back right hand corner as well. And if we head up over here towards our nether portal, you'll be able to see that there's quite a bit of sand up there as well. But, you know, it's going to be a bit more difficult to remove that because there's multiple layers here, and it's going to be a bit more of a pain to replace it all with sand. But we're going to do that all today. Strip down all the houses, the fountain, all of the gardens and everything, and replace it with a more oriental styled theme, and hopefully by the end of the video it will look super cool. But we're going to be doing this in the form of a time lapse. We went and got ourselves a spectator account, or a second account, and he's sitting up there in the air ready to film this time lapse. So we're going to go ahead and start that bad boy, strip down all these houses, and get ourselves set up for a bit of a renovation on this here village. So hope you guys enjoy the time lapse. Let's get into it. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. We're back, and I had to end it a little bit sooner than what I was intending to because I actually ran out of bone blocks and I also ran out of dark oak. So I went and planted a bunch of trees over there on the other side of the wall. We cut them all down, so we got ourselves plenty of dark oak logs and planks now, and we also had to go do a pretty long trip in the nether to stock up on bone blocks because it's actually pretty difficult to get your hands on them when you have to travel a fair distance to find, soul sand valleys to get those out of easily. Maybe once we get ourselves up a mob grinder farm something in upcoming episodes, we'll have a bit more access, like easy access to bones from dead skeletons and things like that. We could even set up a skeleton farm on our skeleton spawner we found a few episodes ago. But let me kind of just show you guys how we've been going with the houses so far. At the end of the time lapse, I think I just finished this home. I went and added in 2 more small ones. We got a small one up here. It's the same as all the other small ones we made. And another small one here. We also did the butcher's house down here, so we replaced that completely. We got a little fenced area on the side of it here with some dirt, and we could probably go ahead and just take our shovel, and if it will actually let me here, it's not gonna. Okay, it won't let me until there's grass. So what we could actually do here is we'll break one of these and then just place a single dirt. We don't actually have any dirt. Well, that's a predicament. I'll grab some dirt real quick. But yeah, the butcher house turned out quite good. The roof was a little bit weird for me to do, so if you want me to go over and show that in a video, if you want to kind of replicate it, I will absolutely do that. Just you guys let me know. I'll place a temporary dirt block there just so the grass will transfer from here. What I'll actually do here is I'll go ahead and I'll build another small house because I got to put one more over there. And then I'll build another one of the longer houses, and we'll put that one probably here. But before we do that, I want to kind of show you guys what I've been doing to kind of detail the houses, and I kind of want to get your guys' opinion on which one you think is best. So as an example, we have this house here. We've got the birch doors and the birch trap doors, and instead of placing them on a bit of an indent in here, we've got them directly on the front of the house, and then we've just got birch buttons all the way around the house to kind of accent it. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. If all of them were that way, I wouldn't be too mad. And then we've got this building over here. I actually didn't get to show on the time lapse, but this was I kind of just replaced the building that was already there. I ended up making this kind of small market thing because I have some extra enchanters in here. Because we had Unbreaking, an enchanter, and we had Protection, and we had our Sharpness 5 enchanter. These guys were all just wandering around the village, though, and I didn't want to risk them dying. So I locked them up in here. I relocated them in here, and then I actually went and got a couple extras just to round it off. And so we got one with Channeling, Blast Protection, and then Efficiency 5 we actually happened to get as well. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, we did this one. We accented it with the birch trap doors, but we put them on the indented side, so they're not directly on the front of the wall. They're in the back, and then we've got the dark oak buttons to accent it there, and then on the back here I put a bunch of banners to kind of make it look like just kind of a partition wall. I ran out though, so I've got to put 2 more in, and that's just on the glass. But that's not something I'm not fancying that too much. I just thought it was interesting, so I thought I'd show you guys. This one's probably my favorite. We have the dark oak door, even though it kind of looks like a chocolate bar, with the dark oak signage around the top here to kind of give it that planky look around the top here without it being too bulky. It's actually what I was trying to create on my chalet / mansion out there, which I actually replaced with this fencing, with this signage, because I think it looks a lot better. So that's probably my favorite one. Just simple, no windows, just with the signage at the top. And then we have the simple birch with birch buttons and the birch trap doors. And then we have dark oak with birch trap doors. And that's pretty much our 3 different kinds. Honestly, I think my favorite is definitely this one over here. I think it has the most Japanese, oriental looking appeal to it, despite the chocolatey doors. I tried looking and putting spruce doors in, but they just kind of don't match the color scheme very well. You can kind of see that, right? I can go ahead and drop those extra buttons. And, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not terrible. It kind of fits because the roof tone is similar to it. But at the same time, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure it looks good. I think this still looks better despite the fact that it's a chocolate bar. If it wasn't a chocolate bar, if it was just that color, or if it was just a different door with these colors, I would probably like it a lot more. But yeah, anyway, moving on. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build 2 more homes here real quick, just so you guys can see how we did it, in case you want to replicate it for your own village or just for your own little house or something like that. So let's get some bone blocks on our bar. Actually, let's put this small stack first, and then we'll get some planks on our bar as well, because we're going to need quite a few planks. Actually, we'll probably need a lot more than what we already have here. But let's go ahead and build around these guys. So we'll build 1, 2, 3 dark oak logs like so. And we can't actually... Can we move this guy into his bed a bit further? Oh, never mind, that'll do. And we do 3 bone. These guys, come on. Why are you laying in your bed like that? 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then we go logs. And then we go 3 bone again. 3 bone, 3 bone, 3 logs. 3 bone, 3 bone, 3 bone, 3 logs. Bone, bone, bone. Like so. And then we'll put the door for this one... Does it matter what side we put the door? I think we'll put the door this side, since the beds are technically on that side of the wall. And I'll remove this torch and put it up on the wall as well. And we're going to put a birch door on this one, I think. We got a birch one right there. Maybe we'll do... Yeah, no, we'll do a birch door. Put a birch door like so. And then I'm going to take some birch buttons, and I'm going to circle this like so. Excuse me, Mr. Iron Golem, you're in a pretty inconvenient place. And then we're going to take the trapdoors, we'll dig out the windows, and place the trapdoors in like so. One more, move Mr. Iron Golem. And then we go like so, like that. Now I'll just get some, I'll use my bone blocks here as the temporary blocks, we'll pick them up later. And we're going to get on here and we'll put dark slabs on all of these faces like this. Whoops. And then we're going to fill in the middle here, but we're actually going to run out. So I'm going to go ahead and make a quick crafting table up here on the fly, and I'm going to make a bunch more slabs. So let's do that real quick. We'll take half of this stack. Is that going to make too many? No, okay, we just barely have enough inventory space. Let's break that. Don't want that anymore. And we'll fill the rest of this in. Whoopsie. Daisy, didn't mean to do that. Catch that one. Oh my god, my dexterity is just off at the moment. Anyway, then we're going to jump down because it's just easier when you're on the ground. And we're going to bring this out by 1 block, making sure to leave the corner bare, so we don't actually fill in that corner bit. And then we'll fill in all of that like so. And then we'll actually get our bone again, because I want to get back up here. And we will then go ahead and add the little lip like that. And the easiest way to do that is just to simply place slabs like that and fill in these. And then I like to go around and remove all 4 of them, trying to catch the slabs as I go. And then put all 4 of these ones back in. It's a bit of a mess around, but it's the fastest way to do it, I've found. And then I'm going to go in 1 block like that diagonally and fill in a square like so for the first portion of the roof. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some stairs, dark oak stairs, and just going to circle the middle here like so. And then we take our our slabs again, and just fill in that like that. And that is our roof, and we'll put some lights on there as well, just to make sure it's nice and lit up on the top area here, because we could actually find some monsters spawning on a couple of the 2 of these levels, so we don't want that happening. So I'm going to jump down now and remove these bone pieces, and that's a house done. Pretty simple. Actually, we need to go inside, and we need to just quickly, whoopsie, we'll have to put the door back in, but I'll just remove a layer of dirt. And we'll get some dark oak planks and put the flooring in like that. Now, you can do whatever you want for the flooring. It's really up to you, but I like the dark oak. I think it looks pretty good. And I'll have to put this back up there. Make sure absolutely 100% you put a light in all of these houses, because you do not want a zombie randomly spawning on like this square and, you know, turning your 2 sleeping villagers into zombies in the middle of the night. That would be pretty tragic. So I'm going to double check that I've actually done it here, because it seems like I forgot on some of them. Is there lighting in this one? I believe there is. Yeah, we got some lighting in there. Good, good. Just for the sake... See, our grass is growing here, so we can actually replace this now. So I'll go ahead and head outside. We can close that. Now, I haven't actually done the interior of the butcher yet, obviously, so I'll do that eventually. Let's get a dark oak log here, replace that. Do we have dirt? Yes, we do. Whoopsie. I'm going to need to pick up that. Do not want to lose our bone pieces. So, yeah, pretty simple. Now, doing the extra longhouse is basically the exact same. We just add a little bit onto it, and it's just a slightly larger section. So let's take our bone blocks again and some slabs. And all we're going to do is we're going to build it around these two, what are these things called? Cartography tables. Now, all we'll do is we'll take one corner. I'll make this the first corner. These iron golems have been up in my face the whole time I've been doing this, I swear. It's so painful. But we'll do the same thing. So we just do 3 bits of bone and then 3 logs. Bone. And then logs. And then we go sideways. 3 bits of bone, 3 logs, very, very simple, and just fill this in like so. Oopsie, I did one too many bones. I was not paying attention. So let's go ahead and pull those out, put some logs in, finish our bones off here. There we go, almost done, and then, oh, come on, really? Thank you. And then we're going to do the same thing on the top, so we're just going to fill in all of the top with our slabs. Very, very simple. Alright, now we're going to jump down like we did on the other one and do the, do the outer rim like this, making sure that, again, we skip the actual corner bit like so and leave that gap there, because that's where we're going to actually raise that small bit. These iron golems are too big. They need to get out of my face. They do a good job protecting the village, but not a good job of staying out of my way. Now we're going to go up from here, like that, and then we're going to go in from the corner. Actually, we'll do the raised bits first, so simply do this on every side again, and oh, and we need some more of those, and then we'll go 1, get rid of that one, 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 and then just replace all of them like so. And then we're going to go 1 in diagonally from this, like so. And we're going to fill in all of this like we did on the first house, except it's just not a square anymore. It's a rectangle, pretty simple. And then we need stairs, and I'm actually going to need a couple more stairs, so I'll have to actually make another crafting table here. Let's ignore this for a moment, and I'll have to make, how many stairs am I going to need? I feel like 16 should be enough. 21 total. Should be enough. If it's not, I'll be concerned. Alright, and then we can just place our stairs like so, all the way around. Whoopsie-doo. That's not what you want. And then you simply get your slabs. Where are my slabs? I dropped slabs down here somewhere. There they are. I'm actually just going to use these to build myself up. It's a waste of slabs, but I have so much dark oak from the amount of farming I've done. And don't worry about accidentally misclicking any bits of slab down there like I just did. It's not going to be seen, and it's only a couple slabs missing. It's no big deal. If it's going to bother you, then by all means remove it, but I'm not too fussed about that. So I'm going to put my door on this side, and then I'm going to actually do signage on this house instead of the windows. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take I'm just going to put a spruce door on this one, just because I don't actually have a dark oak one. I don't want to make another one just yet, and I'll do it and just kind of see how I like it. Now let me go ahead and put some lighting in here first of all, and then I'm going to put my planks on my bar, and I'm going to remove this layer of dirt because I need to replace the flooring before anything else. And I'll remove that one, and we'll have to put this spruce door back on our bar, place that like that, and now we're going to do the rim around the top. So all you have to do is you just take signs, don't write anything on them, and place it all the way around the top like this. Whoopsie. And I'm not sure I'm actually going to have enough signs to get all the way around here, but I'll get most of the way, and I should be able to craft a couple more. But at least you guys will get the idea. So click that one all the way around. It is a bit obnoxious to do it this way, but it is worth it in the end. I think it actually looks great. And we're just going to have enough. There we go, 2 spare. Very good. And there you have it. That's that done. And if you're a little bit triggered about the about this part here, the sign being slightly different color to the log itself, you can replace the log pillar with just a pillar of planks, and it will be exactly the same, and you'll hardly be able to tell the difference. But as soon as you take a step back, that's more than, you know, being point blank. You can hardly tell the difference anyway, and it looks just as good. I'm going to leave this door there for the time being, and I'm actually going to put lighting around the outside because I've been doing lighting like this just on the corners, just because it's nice and easy and very effective. It lights the area, keeps the building nice and lit. And now the reason I really wanted to actually use lanterns on this build, like on all of these houses, but because I made them so kind of short, they weren't not really big buildings. Anywhere you hang the lanterns from, like on the sides or in the corner or whatever, it just kind of looks clunky and bad. I can mess around with it a little bit later, but I didn't really like I didn't like it a whole lot, so I went ahead and avoided using any more lanterns. But yeah, there you go. That's our village completed. We're pretty happy with that. I think the only thing I might do is add a kind of... I'm thinking about adding a kind of river through the middle of the village, so whether it will start on that corner and kind of flow up through here and maybe under that bridge, or it'll just be kind of like a water feature that comes off a fountain that we put up here and then it runs down through the village or something. I'm not 100% sure on how I'm going to do that yet, but I would like to do something along those lines because I think it'll look quite nice. I just want to put something through the village. We're going to definitely do paths between all of the houses and through the village and between the bridges and things like that. But that will be for another video because there are some different blocks and things like that that I have in mind to use for the path that we haven't actually got yet. So this is actually a zombie piglin who's come through our nether portal up there. I'm going to go ahead and deal with that guy. Hello, sir. I died from the fall. That's actually pretty funny. Didn't drop anything. That's all good. But yeah, you guys get the idea, right? We're not going to replace the house that was under the nether portal here because, like I've spoken about in previous episodes, I'm thinking about doing a kind of feature under our portal here where it's kind of as if the nether is breaking through into our dimension. And I'm going to try and get my hands on some crying obsidian and some different nether materials that I'll kind of pull out of there. So I think it'll look quite nice, but we're leaving that for another episode. But yeah, for now, guys, that's pretty much all this is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and grab a bit of dirt here and just pillar up in the middle over here and give you guys a good bird's eye look of the village after we're done. And mostly I just want to see it myself as well. How do we like that? I think it's pretty good. I think it's a nice oriental Japanese style looking village. I could have probably incorporated a little bit more of the acacia wood in just to mix the red through. I could potentially mix that into the roofing of the village houses a little bit later on, or potentially on the little farms here. I could use that redwood to mix it through a bit, because right now it kind of feels like there's a little bit of a disconnect between the housing and the wall. But I have been thinking that I'm actually going to upgrade the wall at a later date. I'm thinking about making it a lot larger and doing some kind of big circle entryways that kind of surround the bridge. The bridges, I should say, and different stuff like that. But let me know if you guys have any suggestions. One more thing we'll talk about before we end the video is actually I put some vines on the bridge over here just so it's not just a bare looking bridge with just nothing really holding it up other than the wall in the middle here. And I think it looks quite nice. I did it on both sides on that one. I haven't done it on this one over here yet, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of that before we end the video here. So I'm just going to throw some like that, and we'll put some there and just put a little bit here as well, just so it kind of covers the area a little bit better. And like skip a couple things there, put one there, put one there, put one here, and then we'll put one there as well. Got 7 more. I'm not going to be able to quite do all the other side over here, but just throw some up here real quick before any creepers come to try and mess with me. One there, one there, one there, one there, Alright, cool. Let's get back inside where it's nice and safe. Our chalet looks really good from the distance, and the other thing I'll actually show real quick, if you've been keeping up with our most recent episodes, is the actual section up here where I created the line across the white bone is actually signs now, so it's the same as what we did on the house over there. And I think it actually looks a lot cleaner and a lot nicer. It actually gave us a lot more space on the inside as well, so that was really good. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the time-lapse. That was the first time I've set up anything like that, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I hope you guys are too. If you want to see that more in future videos, please do let me know, and I will see you guys next time.